Imagine a future without cancer. We can.
Hello, sunshine. You've been gone too long, but I'm telling you, I'm letting
There he goes.
All right,
Tip-tapping away.
I'm going to try this again. Good morning, friends. Time to have some fun and share some helpful information on this President's Day. It's a Monday edition of Virginia This Morning, the 19th of February. Thanks so much for spending part of your day with us, kickstarting the week. I'm Jessica Null. Andrea Swipe-Murdaugh is here with Bill Bevins and I.
Hello, hello.
Good morning and happy Monday to all.
It's always great to spend my day kicking off my week with the two of you.
Ooh.
And we've got lots to cover today.
We do some special birthday wishes to our friend Spoon, who sent in a message. This is Stacy. She goes by Spoon. Stacy, if you were watching this morning, excuse me, Spoon, if you were watching this morning, happy birthday. She shared a message with us saying how much she enjoys, I guess, their antics. Things get a little crazy. And
What, our antics?
Well, yours mainly, I think.
Yours.
You make it. We.
No.
You don't have
Happy birthday,
antics?
Spoon. No, I'm gonna.
He doesn't have
I'm
antics.
gonna leave it. I'm not gonna.
And Spoon, I'm sorry, on Friday we did say we were going to have big wigs today.
And a 3/4 hat.
Yes.
You know,
And so there's always next year. Got caught in the mail / the dog ate my homework on that one.
Okay.
All right. Happy birthday,
Happy
Spoon.
birthday.
If you're just tuning in, friends, it's a pleasure to have you join us today for our Monday edition.
We plan on opening up our inbox during Everywhere You Are and check out a few of the submissions that came in over the weekend. That's coming up a little bit later in today's show.
And this local teen is a national advocate for children, and his nonprofit has a youth empowerment march coming up. Elijah Lee is here to talk about it. That's still to come on our live show.
Looking forward to that. And Chef Andre Smith makes a return visit to our kitchen. We're looking forward to sampling his sweet and savory chicken and waffles creation. That is coming up later this morning. Right now, how about a little music to kickstart our Monday? For over 2 decades, Lawrence Olds has performed up and down the East Coast, entertaining audiences with his rich vocals and his warm personality.
His band is one of the most popular in the Richmond area, and of course, they've been here on Virginia This Morning. We dug into the archives for this selection.
Here's Lawrence Olds Band with one scotch, one bourbon, one beer.
Ooh.
One scotch, one bourbon, one beer. One scotch, one bourbon, one beer. Please, Mr. Bartender, listen here. I ain't here for trouble, so have no fear. One scotch, one bourbon, one beer. I don't want soda or bubble gum. You've got what I want, just give me some. Since my baby's been gone, everything is lost. I'm on this kick and I can't get off of one scotch, one bourbon, one beer. One scotch, one bourbon, one beer. Please, Mr. Bartender, listen here. I ain't here for trouble, so have no fear. One scotch, one bourbon, one beer. One more nib now and make it strong. I got to find my baby, takes all night long. One scotch, one bourbon, one beer. One scotch, one bourbon, one beer. Please, Mr. Bartender, listen here. I ain't here for trouble, so have no fear. One scotch, one bourbon, one beer. One scotch, one bourbon, one beer. One scotch, one bourbon, one beer.
I'll drink to that. Once again, that's the Lawrence Olds Band.
And you have the opportunity to see this talented traditional blues and jazz ensemble performing live in concert coming up tomorrow, Tuesday, February the 20th, at the Cultural Arts Center at Glen Allen. The concert begins at 7 p.m.
For more information, visit virginiathismorning.com. We'll be right back.
One way to avoid expensive car repair bills is to be a race car driver. The other is Endurance.
Endurance saved me more than $7,000.
Without Endurance, breakdowns can cost thousands. With Endurance, you're covered.
Endurance covers nearly every car on the road. Plus,
You pick the mechanic you trust.
acts now for $300 off any plan, plus a year of elite benefits and a 30-day money-back guarantee.
Call 1-877-204-0993.
Now.
Are you struggling with addiction? Are you tired of being tired? Do you feel like life is unmanageable?
Addiction affects every facet of our lives. The Fresh Start program was developed to not only help one recover from addiction, but also prepare you with the tools to successfully integrate back into the community.
It's time for a fresh start. Contact Atlantic Outreach Group today and get back to being your best self.
Please, let us help.
Financial success doesn't mean you're the CEO of a big company, a tycoon in the market, or a prize-winning economist. It's feeling supported. And when it comes to helping you achieve your definition of financial success,
we got you.
I taught for 20 years, but I started forgetting my lectures. Eventually, he had to quit. The early Alzheimer's diagnosis allowed us to take control of the situation.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Hey everybody, I'm CBS 6 Chief Meteorologist Zach Daniel. You know why we do weather out here in our backyard? Check this out. I love this time of year. So you'll know what to expect in your backyard all year long. Oh, that's it.
From our backyard to yours. Weekdays on CBS 6 News.
Jesse Palmer?
So you do remember, and I know you haven't been watching.
I know, but TV's expensive.
Well, now you can watch me live sports and news free. No contracts or fees.
But Jesse, how?
Tablo. Pay once and watch happily ever after. And you can record too.
That sounds like a dream.
Tablo. Learn more at tablotv.com. It's not fantasy, it's reality.
My name's Mark, I'm an alcoholic.
Dorothy T., and I am an alcoholic.
I'm an alcoholic. My name is Victoria.
My journey in AA started years ago when I reached the outside limits of my desperation.
And then these people, just gathered around me. That was the fellowship in action.
If I carry any sort of message with my story, it's that, keep coming back and that this thing does work.
If you have a problem with alcohol, contact AA. It works.
Welcome back. Our next guest is a community activist and national advocate for children, and he has organized annual child abuse prevention marches. He's here to talk about his Amplifying Youth Voices March, and we welcome Elijah Lee back to Virginia this morning.
Thank you so much for having me. Good morning.
Thank you for being back with us. What an incredible opportunity it is to be with you, as I have heard so many wonderful things about not only the work that you're doing, but the ways in which you are are contributing to our community. So for those who may not have met you before, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you started this journey.
Absolutely. So my name is Elijah Lee. I'm a 6-note community activist. And I really started this journey when a friend of mine back in the 1st grade had told me that she was being abused at home. And then as a 1st grader, right, I had this notion that our world, of course it wasn't perfect, but I don't think that I could have ever understood that this was the reality of so many young people, right? And then as I grew older, I began to realize that millions of young people every single day go into homes where they don't feel love, right? They go into homes every single day where they don't have a healing environment. They go into homes every single day where they are simply unsafe and unable to exist. And so this, combined with my absolute love for Black history, learning about people like Huey P. Newton and Angela Davis and Fred Hampton, I think, to me, Black history was always about understanding the people that you love and then using that love and putting it into action. And so that's exactly what I did. So when I was around 10 years old, I led my very first Child Abuse Awareness March. And I think the rest is history. It snowballed from there, and I just fell in love with this work of helping other people and especially of empowering young people.
What an incredible purpose, and to understand that you have known this purpose and been acting on this purpose for so long, starting in the 1st grade. So this is your 7th annual march.
Yep.
And you have done so much over the course of those 7 years. This year, especially understanding all that's going on in the world, what do you hope to offer through this march? And what do we see that's a little bit different maybe from previous years?
Absolutely. So, you know, this march, we went into it with a new understanding, right? As our times change, as our understanding change, so much our practices and so much our methods. And so this year, we're not only focusing on child abuse, but we're focusing on a variety of issues that we know are impacting young people, right? We know that there are hundreds of young people impacted by the opioid epidemic, right? Some of which are actually, unfortunately, dying at the hands of things like fentanyl, right? We know that there are thousands of young people who are still struggling with mental health. We know that there are thousands of young people who are impacted by community gun violence. You know, gun violence is the leading cause of death in young people right now. And so this march, we're not only focusing about child abuse, but we're saying, how can we as a community rally together? How can we unite? And how can we ensure that our young people are growing up in a world that is safe and beneficial to them? And so I'm really excited about this event. I am so excited about all the organizations that we have to offer community resources, to offer information. However, while we will be discussing some tough topics, I know this is going to be a lovely event where we're able to come together as a community. And I think I'm most excited to see that level of camaraderie, right? I don't think we see that as often anymore.
Yeah, and so part of the purpose of your organization is to inform and assist in rallying youth to come together and to make sure that they are a part of the change that they want to see. So we're getting together on April 13th. Tell us, there's still plenty of time to get involved.
Yes.
How can we?
Yeah, so April 13th from 1 to 2 p.m. The main thing that we are asking is that you just tell everyone, share the word, get especially our young people out there. We're really excited this year about having predominantly youth speakers outside of a couple of welcomes. And so I think especially this is going to be a great opportunity for our young people to see that our voices are mattering and that Richmond community especially is here to empower young people. So the main thing that you can do is share your word, prepare your signs, tell everyone, post it on social media. But also, if you are an organization that is interested, if you are a school that's interested, if you are a religious institution that's interested, please bring young people out. I think this is an amazing event to really just ensure that our young people understand the community that stands behind them. And we're going to need the entire village to be able to make that happen.
The entire village, and you talked about how much love you put into the work that you do and into your organization and back into the community, and it's your passion and your enthusiasm just radiates off of you. It's hard to not want to get involved and to jump out today and to say, yes, I want to rally behind the students and the children who need the support. So thank you for all that you do, and what an incredible young man. It's a pleasure to meet you.
This pleasure is mine. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, you come on out and support Elijah Lee's 7th annual Amplifying Youth Voices event, Empowering Gen Z. That's happening Saturday, April 13th from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. at Monroe Park in Richmond. If you want more information on the great work that Elijah Lee is involved in, we'll post a link on our show website by early this afternoon at virginiathismorning.com. And before we head to break, here's Jessica's recent conversation with the team from Welcome Home Financial Partners.
This segment is sponsored by Welcome Home Financial Partners.
When it comes to retirement, big numbers are thrown in every direction, which certainly can become overwhelming. But some advice from our next guest: savings is a personal number for you and your life. They share that. Back with us again, Ralph and Tim Short, the father and son duo who are with Welcome Home Financial Partners, a Richmond area firm specializing in making a plan for you. They're financial professionals helping prepare people for a successful retirement. Great to see both of you.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, this is an important conversation. Of course, you visited with us before. This is not a newsflash. Retirement can start to feel pretty overwhelming, Tim.
Yeah, and a lot of people, I think the big thing with people getting into retirement is they're nervous, they're overwhelmed, they're scared because it's change. Everybody gets a little overwhelmed when it comes to change because we know once you enter into retirement, you've got to be self-reliant at that point. A lot of folks anymore aren't going to get income streams such as a pension. Social Security's kind of up in the air, so everybody's really overwhelmed with, hey, have I done the right things? I wish I knew you back then, that kind of deal. So there's a lot of things with change that make people overwhelmed.
But I also think that a lot of people need to understand they've never done this before, so that's why it's really scary. Just like a client that came in the other day that we were talking about, he had an option between a lump sum pension or just take a pension on a monthly basis, and we're explaining a couple things to him, and the lady, his wife, said, "Oh, that must have been what my father was talking about when I was cooking dinner for him last night. He was saying that he took the lump sum pension 20 years ago, and the amount that he got as his lump sum is still there, but he's been getting money, the same amount of money from his accounts as he would have, and now he still has it." And a lot of people don't understand what that is if you're lucky enough to have that option.
Well, it sounds too like flags would be going up everywhere because these are, while maybe similar, two unique situations. And it's important to take your own situation into focus because your friend's story or maybe extended family is different than your own.
Yeah, I think everybody has a different viewpoint on what they want to do in life. And, you know, if you've got kids, it's completely different than if you did not have any kids, because guess what? You probably have a lot more money if you did the right things if you didn't have kids. Would you agree to that? Because they get to be a little bit expensive, right, Tim?
I know, I just sort of just went on a tangent there thinking about what that would look like.
But I think the biggest issue is every individual needs to understand what their goals are. They need to express that to their fiduciary, their advisor, so they can help guide them to get to that point. Not the big box store advisor on the phone that has no idea what you're trying to do.
Even though Dad may have suggested that life would have looked a little different. Tim, let's talk about what are some of the steps that you can take to simplify this and just maybe wrap your arms around not being overwhelmed?
Well, I think the biggest thing is when people come in and see us, we just get them comfortable. We get to know them on a personal level and see what they're trying to accomplish. You never want to say, hey, just hand the keys over, right? Because that's even more overwhelming. But you got to take a look at your numbers. You got to sit down with a fiduciary professional and make sure that they've got your best interest at heart. Take a look at your numbers because everything is tailor-made to that individual, or at least it should be, right? So we've got to take a look at, hey, where's the money going to come from? What assets that you've saved up? A lot of things come into play.
And creating an income plan, that's something that you've talked with us about.
Yeah, and because why do you need an income plan? Because guess what? You still have bills, you still have things to do that you want to do, and it's going to cost you money. So where's it going to come from? Because you're not working anymore. Where's your paycheck? Your paycheck's going to come from what you've done while you were working, whether you saved for 401ks. What is your Social Security going to be like? Most people have no idea what kind of cash flow they're going to have unless they sit down with somebody to go through that process like what we do.
Yeah, and I think a big piece with the income plan too is the proper tax plan. So if you've got everything in pre-tax money, 401ks, IRAs, all of that money that you're going to receive is not all yours because you have to pay part to Uncle Sam. So that's a big piece that a lot of folks don't really pay attention to because while they're working, the taxes are coming out of their paycheck and it's kind of out of sight, out of mind.
There are friends watching right now who say, this is me, I'm overwhelmed. You want them to come in so you can meet one-on-one.
Yeah, so the first 5 callers who have saved $250,000 or more for retirement, we'd love to sit down with them in the office and create these plans just for them. And Jessica, the best part is we'll do it on a complimentary basis.
that is a price point a lot of folks are excited about, and you can just really tackle that overwhelm. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We're going to share that information for you at home. If you'd like to learn more about your personal journey for retirement, Welcome Home Financial Partners has a great offer for you. The first 5 callers with a portfolio of $250,000 or greater, they are offering that complimentary retirement plan just for you. This allows Ralph and Tim to sit down with you personally and provide that roadmap, taking a look at where you are right now and discussing those best steps to really get ready for your successful retirement. Call the number 804-729-01. And Virginia This Morning returns in less than 3 minutes.
Hey everybody, I'm CBS 6 Chief Meteorologist Zach Daniel. You know why we do weather out here in our backyard? Check this out. So you'll know what to expect in your backyard all year long.
There are a lot of ways to reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Talk to your kid about vaping. Visit talkaboutvaping.org.
In an emergency, doctors may face impossible choices. Who gets a life-saving blood transfusion and who must wait? Because of you, life doesn't stop. Donate blood. Make your appointment today at Vitalant.org.
The most connected morning team, CBS 6 This Morning.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
Most of the military folks I know, I think we've all lost fellow service members to suicide, and female veterans die by suicide more often than female non-veterans. Store your guns securely. Help stop suicide. Service never stops.
I'm Chris Jakovic. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is my job is people, everyone is my business. But unfortunately in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakovic, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. My service never stops.
Welcome back. We absolutely love seeing all the fun and exciting things that you've been up to and sharing them in our segment called Everywhere You Are.
Moments big and small. We love to see them all to share with you at home.
Mr. Bevins, you're kicking the fun off this morning.
Go first. Thomas Blackwell shared these photos with us. Check out the eagles watching the moon over the Rappahannock.
Wait for it. Wait for it. There it is. Now here's the challenge, friends. I know at home you're like, I don't see any eagles. So if I had my magic zoom button, I would show you how they're up in the top left-hand corner of this tree.
Oh, they're not flying, they're in the tree.
They're in the tree.
Oh, okay.
It's magic hour. And Thomas, I don't know how you noticed, and I don't know why there are, there's some. There they are. They're just looking at the moon. It's like the sweetest picture ever.
Well,
they're on a little date.
They're looking at the moon shining on the water, seeing if they see any fish is what they're looking at.
No, I
it's
think
fishing time.
I think that makes sense. Can I be totally honest?
Yeah.
I hope it's okay. Thomas, I took this, I made it my screen It's my screen picture. It's my wallpaper.
Oh.
It's so magical. I hope that's okay.
Yeah.
I won't sell it.
Now
but
you're
I
an
will admire
artiste.
it. Yeah.
Look at that. That's pretty fun. All right, well, Wanda Gadsden shared this photo with us. This owl was perched on her back deck.
Oh, it's a bird theme today.
It's a bird theme.
Ooh.
Oh. And he's like, huh?
I don't understand how this is happening. That's so neat.
Who, me?
And it clearly sees what...
Who's neat?
Who's neat?
You are. It seems like it clearly had its eye on the photograph happening. It's daylight.
It's a little pose.
Didn't care.
Cool.
It's like, yeah, get a shot. Oh,
Neat.
I'm good.
All right, well, we want to be everywhere you are.
Yeah.
Please keep sending in your fun and special moments. Those are all super special.
Oh, yes. Well, it's easy. Just share a picture or a video on our social media channels, Facebook or Instagram, or email us, virginiathismorning@WTVR.com.
Before we head to break, we're going to check in with our friends from GRTC.
This segment is delivered by GRTC. This segment is delivered by GRTC.
It's an exciting time for GRTC as they get ready to embark on the largest expansion of service into Chesterfield County.
And here to tell us more is Henry Benden, GRTC spokesperson. Welcome to Virginia This Morning.
Thanks, it's great to be here.
First time in.
Right.
Yeah. So welcome, and we're glad to have you. Obviously, I've seen some commercials already about GRTC going further out into Chesterfield.
Hopefully you've also seen the bus. So we launched the 1A extension to Walmart Way, so a little beyond Chesterfield Town Center on the Midlothian Turnpike earlier in January. It is a landmark 4.7-mile extension of local service on a big arterial route. It's providing access to jobs, healthcare, opportunity. It's a really exciting thing for our riders both in the GRTC network and out in Chesterfield where we're trying to expand. So we're really excited about that, and the buses are rolling.
And how did that all come to be?
Well, it starts with our partners. So Chesterfield County applied for a demonstration grant with the State Department of Rail and Public Transportation, and we all came together, state, locals, and GRTC, planned out that route. That's been in process for about 2 years, and finally, you know, in December and January, we started seeing the poles go into the ground and the buses start rolling, and now they're out there and people are on board.
So, Henry, this isn't like, hey, let's go out to the Walmart on Midlothian Turnpike and just start the buses rolling. There's a process Chesterfield had to ask. You guys said, yeah, let's try it. You did some, like, dry runs, basically?
Yeah, you know, there's funding, there's infrastructure.
Yeah.
It would be nice if we could just point and go, but it's a little more complicated
A little more complicated
than
that, yeah. There has to be a plan in place.
Yes.
Yeah.
What service improvements do you guys have for the rest of the year?
So we've got a lot of things coming up. This last booking cycle, we call these things bookings, industry term, not really useful, but we added more service back on the 5 on Saturday, so that's downtown frequencies are basically back to what you saw before the pandemic. Over the last year, we went from 230 operators, which was 70 short of where we wanted to be, to 320. So we have embarked on this massive hiring and recruitment and training effort led in no small part by an impressive and appropriate pay raise for our operators last spring and under the leadership of Cheryl Adams and the rest of our fantastic executive team to make sure that we have the operators that you need. One thing that you cannot do is run a bus service without bus drivers. And so now that we have folks back, we can go a lot of places. We're going to bring high-frequency service to the airport. We are going to expand the one on the north side up to Reynolds Community College, and then again further into Henrico to Virginia Center Commons. There are places we're going, and the plans are in process.
So you had to hire all these extra drivers, which means you had to train all those extra drivers. I've been over to the place on Belt Boulevard near Southside Plaza. Impressive facility y'all have there. And of course, when you're hiring and training these drivers, that's not, you know, I was kind of joking around and said just point and go. Hiring a driver and training a driver, that's a process as well.
It certainly is a process. One thing that's true about all of our operators, you need a commercial driver's license, and we strive for an incredibly high degree of not just professionalism and baseline standards, but you know, we want to make sure that we are the safest, kindest, most competent drivers on the road. One thing about a bus is that it's large, it's got a lot of passengers on board, and also, you know, we do this for a living. So our operators, They do a lot of training. It's 12 weeks at a minimum before they hit the road, and I think it shows.
Right. Well,
and they got to have good people skills too, because that's what you're dealing with. You're helping people get to their destination.
Being a bus operator isn't just about driving. It's full-time customer service, guidance, everything. These are people that are your passengers are in your lives every day. It's a big deal. So I have nothing but the utmost respect. I have driven a bus for a total of 4 minutes, not on a road, and it is very hard. So
harder than you think to get from point A to point B, right?
Yeah.
And talking to everyone, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for coming in. Congratulations on the expansion, and good luck.
Thank you so much.
Good having you. First time in, did a great job.
GRTC is located at East Belt Boulevard. For more information, give them a call, 804-358-4782, or you can visit their website at ridegrtc.com.
And stick around. We'll be right back.
Nothing is better than thawing out in front of a fire. This winter, let Acme Stove and Fireplace Center help keep your family warm. Visit our 5,000 square foot showroom and see the largest selection of gas-burning stoves, gas logs, inserts, and fireplaces. Acme Stove and Fireplace also has the largest selection of wood-burning stoves and accessories to help your family stay warm and save money this winter. Celebrating 40 years of professional sales, service, and installation. Acme Stove and Fireplace Center, located just 4 miles west of Short Pump.
I'll be here to hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
Little everyday conversations about the dangers of underage drinking can make a big difference in a child's life. Talk, they hear you.
The purpose is to give a voice to the voiceless, those people who have become victims and fallen, and also a voice to their family members. Some of them waited more than 30 years to get answers about their loved one's death. You want to bring some closure to the family and their friends.
Everything we are starts with you. Are you?
There you go.
I like that. Heroes.
She's a different kind of strong.
Truths.
The chief tendered his resignation.
I want to get to the bottom of it.
Standing up against corruption and greed.
I'm going to make sure that those who made my son suffer pay.
The place where you'll hear excited voices like this.
CBS 6, the only local TV sports coverage in town.
Let me tell you about a voice. Not this voice.
It's the mom in Chesterfield.
Construction worker in Emporia.
Nurse in Richmond.
I'm a straight A student in Petersburg.
Little leaguer in Powhatan.
El dueño de negocio in Chester.
College student in Farmville.
Bus driver in Goochland.
And a firefighter in Prince George.
At CBS 6, we amplify your voice and tell your story.
Most connected morning team to each other and Central Virginia. CBS 6 This Morning.
Test of the emergency alert system. This station is testing equipment that can quickly warn you in the event of an emergency.
Bathroom, you want to hire a team of professionals who are experts in the field. Jacuzzi bath remodel by Mr. Fix-It is a step above the rest. Here to tell us more is our friend Mark Benstock, the owner of Mr. Fix-It. Mark, it seems like yesterday, but I know it's been a while. You told me, oh, we're getting jacuzzi. It's a real step up.
Yeah.
And now you've been doing it for a couple of years, and it is. And I bet folks are thrilled with it.
Yeah, Jacuzzi really makes some great products, better than other brands for sure. So we are blessed that we can carry those. Jacuzzi years ago used to just do the jetted stuff.
Sure.
Now, you know, whether it's a nice bathtub or an easy step-in shower, we do it all, and they make these amazing wall systems. Lots of tile style patterns, lots of designer colors. Really amazing.
It is a step up, and I'll tell you what, it is done by the best when Mr. Fix-It and his team does it.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about how far things have come just in the last couple of years with the different tiles. You mentioned that, the wall systems, all of that.
Yeah, you know, years ago, look, we're celebrating our 54th year in business, so we've been installing bathrooms forever, and the technology has changed quite a bit. Years ago, you know, we were in a home to do a job right, we'd be in the home every bit of a week, if not more. Now we can do it right, not go over top of something. This is not like some plastic bathroom that goes over top of anything. We are using the best materials, and we are removing all the old stuff and then going back with new, and it looks like it belongs in a magazine. Our expertise of a 54-year-old company, along with the brand of jacuzzi and the great warranty that manufacturer's warranty that comes with, makes this a perfect recipe for our customers. Our customers just love the finished product, and when they call us back after a year or two and say, I want to do the next bathroom, that we just, you know, it makes us grin ear to ear.
And, you know, I'm thinking about this because years ago I went, and it was midweek, and you guys had been there a couple of days, and they had a couple more days to go, but the process was happening. The big difference now is, say you're getting that master bathroom done, you don't for a whole week have to run all the way to the basement.
That's right.
Use the bathroom.
Exactly.
It happens, you know, really quickly compared to the old days, but still very quick.
For sure. And what we bring to the table again with you know, nobody can, when I say nobody, we are one of the very few companies that have been around for more than 50 years. So when we come and our experts say, Mr. Customer, tell us what's important to you, we'll help you design the bathroom the way that you want with the things that are important to you. And a customer will say, well, I'm not sure because I've never done this before. They say, well, we're the right company to then help you. Let us give you some suggestions about what you can do, how you can do it, what are the different costs for that. So we want to make that experience be for the client to, when that client says, I've never had a better experience working with a contractor, we know we can check that box, boom, and that's our goal.
Not only do you make it beautiful and everybody's satisfied, you make it affordable too.
For sure. That's super important to the big recipe.
Hearing, this is the best there is, they're thinking we can't afford that.
Yeah,
yes,
no.
you can.
Yes, and that's one of the things that's important to us, is not just to be able to provide the best materials, but also, like you say, make it affordable so the customer doesn't have to wait. Because I guarantee you, Bill, we know things every year just get more expensive. They just do. So waiting is not going to be a good idea. Clients can have it done now at a great price.
And enjoy it, and of course add to the resale value if that's the way you're.
For sure, and whether it's just to freshen it up because the home needs a bathroom, or for safety reasons. Hey, I don't want to go to a 55 and up community. I want to have a safer bathroom in my home now so that I can stay here. That's what it's all about.
Always good to visit with Mark and find out some more information. Folks, you have a chance to enjoy no interest, no payments for 12 months, plus receive $1,400 off any new bath remodel. For more information, just visit MrFixItVA.com and take advantage of this very special offer. Jacuzzi Bath remodeled by Mr. Fix-It is located at 10,189 Maple Leaf Court in Ashland, Virginia. Give their team a call, 804-726-8006, or visit MrFixItVA.com.
Do you know what this means? Find out with a free inspection from JES.
Almost no one connects that these are telltale signs that water is shifting your foundation. But it's okay. We got it.
Get a free inspection and $500 off any repair.
Come help Colesville Nursery celebrate 50 years of being Virginia owned and grown. Located in Ashland, Colesville's variety and quantity make it the perfect stop for homeowners and professionals looking to successfully improve their landscape. Colesville Nursery off 95 in Ashland.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour, walk a mile in my shoes. walk a mile in my shoes.
It's something about having that piece of paper. Some people think that's worth more than my skills.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
You just gotta be so good they can't ignore you.
It's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
Analytics and empathy. That's how I've gained clients.
I am more.
I'm more
than who I am on paper.
Connected morning team, CBS 6 This Morning.
When I was young, I was plagued by fear and self-pity.
My life was in shambles.
At first, I never drank on the job, but eventually I did.
Removing alcohol wasn't enough. It left me depressed. That's where AA offered a solution.
I remember sitting in the AA meeting and thinking, I finally found a place where I belong.
AA not only keeps me sober, it helps me live a much better life.
If you have a problem with alcohol, contact AA. It works for me.
And for me.
And for me.
Is that time yet?
It's time.
I'm starting time for dinner.
Oh, it's really
Donating pet food is one of the many ways you can help families in your community. Pets and people belong together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
Welcome back. It is finally time to enjoy some tasty food courtesy of Chef Andre Smith.
Get your forks and knives ready. It is time for his spin on chicken and waffles. Great to see you, Andre.
Great to see you all.
This is exciting.
Yes, yes. So, you know, not many people out there, of course, hate fried chicken. So we're definitely going to do some fried chicken and some waffles. We're going to get it going.
This has been our soundtrack all morning long, Andre.
Yes.
And we both, Andrews and I were saying, like, I don't often get into this at home because there's a distinct talent to getting that just the right temperature.
Oh yes. Yes.
The perfect sizzle.
Yes. And we have, of course, recipes going to be online. Here, of course, I use grapeseed oil, which is great for frying. And also, you're going to see on the recipe that you're going to heat up your oil to 350 temp. It's going to walk you through the steps, of course, of temping the chicken and everything.
Okay.
So it's really great, and it's kind of dummy-proof to mess this dish up.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Okay, so wait a minute. Let's back up for a second. When we talk about the oil, what's the key to making sure it's not too hot? It's hot enough, not too hot.
Yeah, so the test is always take a little bit of your flour, and you want to test it out by that little sizzle. Once you see the little sizzle is great. If you see it coming rapid and popping and doing crazy things with the steam coming out and the heat, yeah.
Bring that down a notch.
Bring it down.
The grapeseed oil will help a little bit with that.
Yes,
Awesome.
yes. All right. So our ingredients over here, of course, we have waffles. So we have flour, we have baking powder. I'm going to be adding some sour cream to that, some sugar, some vanilla extract. We're going to be adding some herbs, some paprika, some garlic, and a little nut mixture with some dried cranberries and some dried blueberries in there.
To your waffles?
Yes, yes.
It's in the batter.
It's going to be in there, yes.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead and make this batter.
Okay.
So I have the flour.
You have the flour in.
Yes.
You're putting, I've never heard of sour cream.
Yes, we're adding sour cream.
Is this sort of like a buttermilk stunt double?
This is. You got me. All right, so we're going to add our nuts in there. We're going to add our herbs.
Tell me again, what's in these herbs?
Okay, so this is garlic. This is Italian seasoning. And this is paprika.
Wow.
We have baking powder.
So this is a savory spin.
Yes,
You're not letting anybody get confused.
This is it.
Okay.
And we have vanilla extract.
Oh.
We are going to be adding our eggs.
And you've shared this recipe with us, so we'll have it up on the site later today.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Do you want me to mix, or you got it?
Sure.
You got it?
Go ahead and mix.
Okay. Uh-oh. Do I leave my gloves on?
Uh-oh.
I don't know what I'm doing. Here.
Oh! We're going to mix.
Oh, dear.
We're going to have some fun.
Okay.
While you're mixing, I'm going to add our milk to that.
Now, what kind of milk is this?
This is actually whole milk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm going to show the consistency. If I could take that, Jess.
Yeah, I've got
it's a little difficult with
got
those
like
gloves.
a chunk of sour cream blocking my way there. Let the protein.
So I'm going to mix. And I'm actually going to add a little bit of grapeseed oil in the end. And that's going to take the place of adding butter.
Oh.
A lot of recipes you're going to see is you're going to have a lot of butter. Of course, you can add butter to it. It's not going to be a file or anything.
Is it a 1-to-1 ratio? And does the grapeseed oil, is it neutral?
Yes, it is neutral. It is neutral.
Mhm.
And it's going to be neutral if I don't take the top off.
Well.
It's going to be very neutral.
I had a different vantage point.
Yes.
So no neutral meat with no flavor.
Yes.
So it's
yes.
flavorless.
So if I used a olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, it definitely impact the dish and it'll take over, which will not give you a great flavor. All right,
I'm
so I'm mixing that.
enchanted by the fruit and nuts going in there. I don't even know what to do.
So we got that, and we got a nice consistency there.
Okay.
One ingredient that we're going to add to that is going to be our rosemary, and that's going to bring some flavor to that. Yes, in the waffles.
What else could we put
in the waffles?
Okay. Do you want that to like meld and sit for a minute?
This is not going to sit. We're going to go straight to the waffle maker here. Of course, with your waffle maker, you want to spray it down. Make sure nothing sticks.
I don't like to spray mine because then it gets goopy. Is that bad?
This copper finish actually works great.
Okay.
It does not get. You can actually use it dry in it, and you'll get the waffles right off. It's not going to affect it at all. But you want your waffle iron nice and hot.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
One mistake is definitely spread it out a little bit. We're going to close this. We're going to turn this.
Okay.
We're going to go ahead and we have our chicken over here.
Okay.
We have our seasonings in here. The same seasonings minus your sweetness and your savoriness to this mix. So I have flour. I have the same Italian seasonings, paprika, garlic, everything in there. It's already mixed. We're going to get Jess to go ahead and
so it's
dry
there.
hand, wet hand. One hand you're going to mix in the breading. So we're going to turn that. You're going to put a little bit more flour on there. Yep. And then we're going to transfer that to the milk.
Get
we're going to transfer that to the milk.
Did I get it?
Yes, you got it.
Plunk her in there?
You got it. Put it in there.
Okay.
All right, and we're going to get that leg going. And you can use chicken tenders. You can
Shake
use
a leg.
bone in. Your choice.
Okay.
You can use chicken breasts. It's not just one option you can do there.
Where's
and we're
it
going to
go
put it
now?
right back in the breader.
What do I do now? Wet
We're
hand,
gonna,
dry hand?
yes. All right. So we have a wet hand and we have a dry hand. The reason why you have a dry hand and a wet hand, if you put both hands in there, you're just going to get a clumpy mess.
Where does it go?
Just goes straight in the pan. And you're going to put that corner and lay it down. Look at that.
There we go.
She's a pro.
All right, we got just a few
Taught me
more
everything
seconds.
I know.
She's a pro.
So
All
we'll
right.
do one more?
Yes.
Oh, I missed
so our chicken's going to cook roughly around 35 minutes. We're going to flip it halfway through, so roughly 15, 17 minutes. We're going to flip that.
And Andre, we're going to take a quick one.
Yep.
We'll be back right after the break. Stay with us.
With 8 new miles of service along the Midlothian Turnpike, GRTC now offers a one-seat ride from downtown Richmond to Chesterfield Town Center and beyond.
Lowland is fare free.
The 1A runs 7 days a week, bringing the freedom and opportunity of transit access further into Chesterfield County. This means more connections to healthcare, groceries, jobs, and more. Starting now, your ride goes a whole lot further.
Most of the time, banking hasn't been for people like us. We work regular jobs, make regular wages, and have regular credit scores. We're not financial experts, We make mistakes every now and then. And when we do, banks make us pay the price. At Langley, everyone gets a fair shake. Financial products designed for regular people. That's only fair. That's Langley. That's banking for the rest of us.
We're spending less time behind that desk and in this studio because our office is out here where we can hear your voice and tell your stories.
Of the countless stories I covered, I couldn't forget Talisha's.
Why is the community perhaps more reluctant today?
People are afraid.
I feel connected to these women, even though it's statues.
Thank you for interviewing me.
You're welcome.
Jump into your morning with Rob Cardwell. CBS 6 This Morning. Weekdays 4:30 to 7. Brighten your morning with Tom Patton. CBS 6 This Morning. Weekdays 4:30 to 7.
I taught for 20 years, but I started forgetting my lectures. Eventually, he had to quit. The early Alzheimer's diagnosis allowed us to take control of the situation.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Thank you so much.
Fostering a pet for a friend or neighbor can keep families together. Learn more at petsandpeopletogether.org.
Welcome back to this Monday edition of Virginia This Morning. We're wrapping up the show in the kitchen with Chef Andre Smith.
And now it is time for the QC.
Yes. Yeah. Is all the work done? Because I'm ready to show
All right,
up.
so I'm going to take some honey. I'm going to mix this chicken.
Right on the chicken.
I actually do have a chicken tender right here. I'm going to mix some honey in there.
Okay. That's a good spin with the chicken tenders, too.
Yeah. We're going to take our waffle. I'm going to lay out our waffle.
Put a little syrup on the plate.
Yeah.
A little honey
Is that
on top
honey
of
or
that is actually honey right there.
Oh, it's honey on the plate? Okay.
Honey.
Honey on the plate.
Yeah, honey's on the plate.
We've got some honey on the plate.
Yeah.
I'm going to actually take some pure maple syrup right there.
Oh, there now comes the syrup.
Put that.
Now we're going to levitate.
Yeah,
start buzzing.
Oh, Andre, this looks delicious.
Yes.
And yet with those savory waffles and...
I'm going to go ahead and put some butter over here.
Oh.
Butter. Yeah.
Now, I see.
Butter.
what's
So we got
Better.
syrup, honey, waffles, bagel, chicken, and bagel.
Is anybody else's mouth watering?
Yes.
In a major
Waffle.
I'm just trying to
Chicken.
hold it together
I know.
over here.
Yeah.
I feel like a wolf getting ready to descend. So there you've got some rosemary in there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thank
Chef
you to
Andre.
all our guests, and
Delicious.
thank you for the privilege of your time. We appreciate your viewership.
Our live show returns tomorrow morning. Again, we want to say happy birthday to our friend Stacy, also known as Spoon, celebrating a birthday today. Thank you so much.
All right, well, the fun starts at 8:56 a.m. We hope to see you then. Have a great day.
Is this one fair game out here?
No, that one's
fair game.
No, that one's just for show.
Man, come on. Come on.
Yeah.
I can't reach over the. Okay.
Oh, where are you? Where are you?
I'm gonna do the chicken tender. Get in.
No, I'm gonna get this one.
Oh, I see a raisin.
That's why I said.